How you guys doing? This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live here in self-isolation. um, we are in self-isolation. Reporting from Vancouver, Kitsilano. We are in self-isolation. The coronavirus pandemic has shocked the world. Shocked the world.
I think it did, yeah.
People said we were crazy. People said I was crazy. People said that I was a fearmonger. Now the whole world is in quarantine. So, was I crazy?
I don't know, bro.
Show them.
No.
Show them.
Just chill. I gotta wear this.
Show
I
them.
gotta wear this mask.
Show them.
This guy's COVID operations.
They can't see you. You gotta get down lower.
COVID operations over here, so I gotta stay, positive.
So,
Don't kill me, Rich.
stay quarantined, guys. Stay quarantined. Stay in self-isolation. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor, came out and said that people are going to the beach. People should not be going to the beach. People need to be in self-isolation. We need to be locked down. We need to be locked down.
No.
It's true. So what's happening? This is 2020. This is what's happening in 2020, guys. So what's happening in 2020 is very real. You're still going to work? What are you going to do when they say you can't go to work? Because pretty soon we're going to be told that we're not allowed to go to work. Guys, they're saying stay home. When I'm hearing the president and the prime minister saying stay home, that means stay home. I want to know, how are you guys quarantining? Where are you watching? Where in the world are you watching? Are you in self-quarantine? Are you going outside? I'm in Kitsilano Beach right now. I'm in the hot spot, the epicenter of Vancouver. Everybody wants to be outdoors here. And it's like a ghost town. It's a ghost town. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys are in Kansas City? Are you in quarantine in Kansas City? You're in Florida? Are you in quarantine in Florida? I want to know where you are. Are you in quarantine? You are in quarantine in Kansas City. Okay. Well, we're pretty much in self-quarantine right here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And we're being told that we should be inside. I am, but I still see some people outside. Yeah, please let me know where you are. Are you in quarantine? Are you in self-quarantine? Do you have the coronavirus? Let us know. Anybody that's watching, let us know. You're in Idaho and you still have to work? I don't think you'll be going to work for too long. I think everyone's going to be told to go home. They're saying that it is airborne. So be very careful. There are experts that are saying now that it is airborne. So be very careful. Yeah, of course, unemployment's going to jump through the roof. Everyone's being told to go home. You're not allowed to work. So unless you're working from home, I would say maybe 10% of the world works from home. So what about the other 90% of the world? So unless you work from home, it's going to be a huge change for your lifestyle. It's going to be a huge change on your income. It's going to be a huge change on your lifestyle. And unless you are financially free, there's going to be a huge change on your lifestyle. You got a shotgun? Damn. It's unbelievable, right? We're living in like it's not a zombie apocalypse, but it's definitely one of those end of the world type movies that always end very positive. So hopefully this one ends very positive. I mean, we've seen some people say it's going to take. I know that there are some vaccines that Trump talked about today, actually, that they said that the FDA is trying to approve, and they're supposed to make a big difference to helping people get better. He did mention Gilead Sciences, GILD. That's one we should watch very closely. And he mentioned a couple others as well. Everything is shutting down. Everybody's going to go home. Everything's going to shut down.
Electronic.
There's nobody outside. Everyone's being told not to go outside, and you're very smart if you listen.
On the phone with the bank today for 3 hours, and then it hung up on me.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to get a hold of the banks because nobody wants to pay any bills right now, and the banks don't want to answer anybody's calls because they know everyone's going to call and say, I can't pay my bills. So it's a crazy situation. It's an absolutely crazy situation. You're still open at a resort in Florida? I don't think you guys will be open for long. I don't think you guys are going to be open for long. I'm telling you. I have a feeling that we are going to be shutting everything down very, very soon. If you guys look at the amount of cases in Canada and you look at the amount of cases in America, they're growing very quickly. And if the cases continue to grow at this pace and people continue to die at an alarming rate, they're going to have to shut everything down. It's the only way to stop the curve. There's a curve where people are getting ill and dying. The only way to flatten the curve, it's called flattening the curve, is to have everybody go inside. Because this is transmitting way too quickly between people. Regeneron, yes. Things are going to change very quickly. This is a very fast-moving situation, very rapidly. People are going to listen soon. People are going to listen soon, whether they like it or not, because I have a feeling very soon. Okay, just so you guys know, in France, when you want to go outside, and there's many deaths already in France, more than in America, when you want to go outside, you actually have to notify someone, apparently, somehow. You have to notify the authorities where you're going. That's where this is going. We have our freedom today, but tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, how quickly things have changed. So, will we have our freedom in a week? So, that there's a reason why people are loading up on supplies, because we may not be able to leave our homes in a few days. So, guys, get as much food as you can,
Whatever's left.
Yeah, like get as much food as you can, whatever you can do, because if all of a sudden they say to us, hey guys, you guys can't leave your homes, it's going to be crazy. Patrick says, Rich, Americans are not going to stay inside. They're going to have to. They're going to have to. When they start seeing it spread like wildfire, they're going to have to. Because what happened in Italy is nobody listened, and now they have the problem that they have in Italy. And the problem that they have in Italy is that nobody listened, so it spread. And that's why so many people are dying, and that's why so many people are infected. They left their trains open, their transit system. So people were just spreading it like wildfire. Now they're trying to stop it. It's too late. We have to make a smart decision right now to stay in our homes for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to live the rest of our lives. I think it's a very easy decision. Yeah, economically, it's a disaster. Financially, it's a disaster. But your health is your wealth. Without your health, you have no wealth. So when our prime minister is telling us to stay home, and the president of America is telling people to stay home, I think we should listen. I think we should listen. I think in some places people are taking it seriously, but I still don't believe everyone's taking it seriously. I think some people are taking it seriously. Thank you guys for smashing the like button. I really appreciate it. Helps the videos go viral so people know that we're live. I appreciate you guys joining the chat, getting involved, telling me what's on your mind, sharing your opinions. That's what makes this community so great, where we can literally talk about anything that's happening anywhere in the world and whatever is trending live and interactive and in real time. And we're living in very crazy times in 2020 where the world just became like a movie. The whole world is involved fighting this war right now. There's a war against the coronavirus. And we're all part of this movie, and we're all trying to figure out what's going to happen. We used to live in a world where, based on your performance, you would get paid X amount. Now, based on being Canadian or based on being an American or based on where you live, the government's going to give you X amount of money to live. We're being told we need to stay home.
At least for 30 days.
This is different. This is different than anything I've ever seen in my entire life. It's very difficult. People are like, Rich, where's the market going to go? I think it's going to go down. Straight up. I think they should ban short selling. Ban short selling until we deal with this virus. We don't need more negative pressure in the markets. Ban short selling. Just ban it. Ban short selling. Like, we don't need negative pressure in the markets. Just ban short selling. You know? I talked about closing the borders. I said, why would Americans want contagious Canadians going into America? Why would Canadians want contagious Americans going into Canada? Close the borders. I talked about banning travel, global travel ban. I talked about this almost 2 months ago. Now, finally, after 2 months, when it's already here, and now people are dying, and it's spreading very quickly throughout all of Canada and the United States and all over the world, like 179 countries now. It's ridiculous. Now they want to ban travel. Now they're telling people to stay home. But they could have been doing that 2 months ago. This is a new world. 15,000 infected in the USA. It's growing at a tremendous rate. It's very concerning.
So all those videos we saw coming out of China, they were real.
Yeah.
All those ones where we were kind of second guessing, they were all real.
Well, obviously, everything that we were seeing in China was real.
Yeah. So. There you go, man.
Yeah, I mean, we know the solution, guys. Close the borders, close travel, everybody go inside, mandatory quarantine, self-isolation, stay away from large groups of people, keep distance. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy, crazy world, but it's real. So we either give this virus the respect it deserves, or we end up in the hospital. Do you want to end up in the hospital? Ask yourself that. Do you want to end up in the hospital in the middle of this shitstorm? Ask yourself. Do you really want to be in the hospital in the middle of this shitstorm where you've got doctors looking at you like you could kill them? Like, this is crazy situation. Understand, right? It's a very crazy, crazy, crazy situation. So, I pray for the doctors that are putting their lives on the line. They're true heroes. The nurses, the people working at hospitals, they're heroes, man. Those are the people we need to support the most. And they're putting their lives on the line every single day. 299 in the USA. What, 299 deaths? Yeah, I mean it's terrible what's happening. It's terrible what's happening. You mean you've got a country in America with 300 million people. So we can't even imagine what type of devastation this is going to look like at the end of it. And unfortunately, we're just in the first inning of it. And Canada is 10 times smaller than America. And when you look at our death toll and you look at our population, it's kind of, and you look at our cases, it's kind of, we're like 1/10 of the way where America is. So we're kind of on the same curve. So we need to be careful. We need to take this seriously. We need to take this seriously. Yeah, I mean, there's people all over the world that are infected right now and nobody even knows. People haven't been tested. So if you're not tested, how the hell do you know? Regardless, I don't want it, and I don't think anyone here wants it. So the only way you can protect yourself from getting it is to stay at home. This is how we're going to beat this. And I know it's hard, and it's difficult to be caged like an animal in your own home. But if all we need to do as human beings, as humanity, is stay home to be able to beat to beat a war, then that's better than going and putting your life on the line in war. Right? Like, it's better than going to battlefield with a sword and fighting with a gun and fighting for your country. I mean, all you have to do is stay inside. So there could be worse situations that we could deal with. Crypto Man says, I'd rather go to battle. Well, this is a tough battle to fight. You can't even see your enemy here in this situation. You can't see this enemy. Nobody knows where the enemy is. That's what makes this enemy so difficult to beat and so difficult to fight. It's an invisible enemy. My thoughts on Inovio are, if they could be the vaccine that could make a difference, it could be huge. But now they're on the radar of Citron Research, and now there are lawsuits. Surprise, surprise, there are lawsuits, and that just causes all kinds of problems for these public companies, because now the public company has to deal with paying lawyers. That costs them money. They may have to do settlements. That's going to cost them money. That could potentially hurt their balance sheet. That's going to potentially hurt their ability to focus on finding a vaccine, which is what I was focused on. How often do I feed the fish? Whenever they need, whenever they look hungry. Whenever they look hungry. But they're well fed. They're pretty well fed. Yes, Trump did call it the China virus. It's true. I don't know what to think about that, but he did call it the China virus.
China.
I mean, well, obviously this came out of China because it started in China first, right? Everybody knows it started in China. I think we all know that. I don't think that that's a surprise. So I don't think Trump is saying anything that we don't already know. But apparently he was addressing the rumor that some Americans received this virus and then were sent to China to infect the Chinese. That is what Trump is addressing. Yeah, they tried to say that America started the virus. Yeah, they talked about American soldiers. That's right. Are you guys in isolation? Are you self-isolating? Are you going outside? Or is it business as usual? Are you guys working? Did you guys stop working? I would like to know what you guys are doing and in which countries are you. I'm right now in Canada, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I am in self-isolation. And I actually feel bad to go outside now. I feel guilty when I go outside. You're in Canada, Vancouver Island. Are you in self-isolation? Are you going outside? Do you feel guilty when you go outside? Do you guys now feel guilty when you go outside, or is that just me? Are you practicing social distancing? A minimum of 6 feet away from people. You're in Los Angeles, California. Are you in self-isolation? Joe Mama says, in Ontario, still working 7 days a week, but only 3 hours a day. Are you going to continue to do that? Who's coughing? Oh, that's just my buddy. He's joking. He has a weird sense of humor. Are you guys in self-isolation, or are you guys living your lives like nothing's happened? They're asking why you're coughing.
Got the COVID-19.
He thinks it's a joke. In Toronto, your company has everyone working from home. Yeah, I mean, if companies can work from home, now's a great time to do that, obviously. That's why teleconferencing from Zoom, symbol ZM, which has been flying, and I think it may continue to fly because I use it every day, and companies are using it every single day to do teleconferencing. Also Skype. So Skype, Zoom, there's different teleconferencing apps that are being used every day, and there's going to be companies that will benefit from this. We have to recognize that. There will be opportunities that will benefit from the fact that everyone is being told to go home and not to work. I think it's just a matter of time until we're told that we have to stay home. Like right now, we're being told, stay home. You should stay home. I think pretty soon we're going to be told, you have to stay home.
They'll close down all the parks.
Because at some point, you could be carrying the virus and you could be affecting other people. You could be infecting other people. So they don't want that. So at some point, the governments are going to have to step in and say, okay, you can no longer go outside unless you're shopping. And you're going to be able to do shopping between these times on these days. It's the way it's going to be. Shelby says, lockdown will happen in Vancouver. Yeah, I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Nicholas says, markets would rally if they did a 3-week shutdown. I don't think so. I don't think the markets would take too good to that. I think this is up there with, well, there's no doubt we're already in a recession because people are losing jobs like crazy left, right, and center. But I think that we're going to be into a depression here pretty soon. And from there, who knows? It depends on how long this lasts. Some people have said this is going to last as long as 3 months. Some people have said it's going to last as long as 18 months. So 3 months to 18 months. Like if it lasts 3 months, I think we'll be okay. Like there won't be that. It might last, it might affect us this year. So it's a bad year. But if it lasts 18 months, a year and a half, then we're talking about a really long depression.
I can't see it lasting that long.
Yeah, I pray it doesn't last that long.
Because then no one will want to go back to work.
I know. I don't think too many Canadians can afford to go 3 months no pay here either. It's going to be devastating. So you can't even get a hold of your credit card companies and your banks right now because they just have you on hold because everybody's calling up their credit card companies and their banks and nobody wants to pay anything. I believe Americans and Canadians are both very resilient. But I think right now we need to take this very seriously. And the safest way to deal with this is to stay home. It's the safest way to deal with this.
Comply.
If you don't listen, you're taking a major risk. Major risk.
Go to the store, wear a mask.
Hey man, I don't think you can continue to tell people to stay and then people think they can just keep going outside. At some point, the government will get involved.
Tickets.
People will get tickets. Police will tell people to go inside.
3 strikes are out.
I mean, even right here, we're in Kitsilano Beach. Like, this is... Yo, show us that. What does that look like?
No, that's lucky. I was just going to put it on the barbecue.
Here in Kitsilano Beach, which is like one of the most desirable places in Vancouver, one of the most expensive places, most expensive real estate, a lot of older, rich people. A lot of older people here. They're staying inside. I'm telling you, this is not busy like it usually is. Like, usually right now, this place is bursting with people.
Especially on a nice day.
And right now, it's like everybody, if they are outside, they're all in pockets. Everybody's separated. So it's really weird. It's like eerie what's happening right now here in Vancouver. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know if you guys are experiencing that where you are. I'd love to know your stories. I'd love to know and hear what you guys are dealing with because this is what I'm dealing with live and interactive, and I just want to share with you guys my story here in self-isolation. You live in the woods? It's probably a good place to be right now. That's probably a very safe place to be right now.
Sounds like the safest yet. Good on you.
Your streets are full? Aaron, which streets are that? California is in lockdown? Wow. Aaron, it's business as usual there? Which city is that? You live near Hollywood Boulevard. Wow, really? Same here in Tacoma, Washington. So it's just like normal? Business as usual for you guys? Vegas is shut down?
Wow, eh?
Toronto, pretty calm, but still lots of people lots of people working. I don't think that that's going to last. I think the recession's already here. Yeah, so I mean, I think we should all be prepared for everything shutting down. I think everything is going to have to shut down because that's the direction we're going in. Like, think about it when we saw with the sports. First, it was the NBA, and then after the NBA shut down, everything else followed. Right now, you're not going to have some city shut down and others not. Everything's going to shut down. Everything's going to shut down. It's just a matter of time. Shelby says, it's not that much different here. People out and about in Vancouver Island. Interesting. Here in Vancouver, Kits, I would say there's only 20% of the people out that normally would be out. So it's interesting to see that people are not taking it seriously in a lot of places. Did I hear about the big asteroid heading to Earth? I did. I can only deal with one negative at a time. That's a whole nother show for a whole nother day. That's scary too. Yeah, I know. We have been in a bull market for a very long time. So it's very crazy. It took a global pandemic to slow down the stock market in America. That's what it's taken to slow down the stock market in America. Thank you guys, and Canada. Thank you guys for the likes. Smash the like button if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. So when we have any breaking news, you may get notified first. It's true. Some people don't get notified sometimes, probably because we're just live all the time. But stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. We're always bringing you the news and trying to break it down first. And man, I can't believe where we're at, guys. Over 10,000 deaths in the coronavirus worldwide. 10,000 deaths for the coronavirus worldwide. 10,000 deaths. I started reporting this when there was one death. One death in China. 7 weeks ago, one death in China. Now, 7 weeks later, fast forward 7 weeks later, and we are now approaching almost 8 weeks, I guess. Tomorrow will be 8 weeks. 2 months. In 2 months, from one death to 10,000 deaths. Jeff says, like I said, you since day one. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy right now. I say we'll be locked down by Tuesday. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What are my thoughts on JNUG? I think JNUG looks good. I think it looks really good. I think gold is going to be a safe haven, and eventually you're going to see a lot of money flow through to gold. I think that right now everybody's pulling money out. You know, they want to stay in cash, but I think that at some point you're going to see a lot of money surge into gold. I believe it's the safe haven, and you're going to see a lot of money surge into gold. Are you guys in self-isolation? Do you guys think this is serious? Are you still going to work? Please share your stories. I want to know your story. Just a normal person. Are you still working? I know it has affected me in so many different ways. How has it affected you? I can't really go anywhere. Can't really do anything.
Got all these bills to pay.
So
we can't go to work.
Yeah, everybody has bills to pay, and we can't go to work. So it's kind of a weird situation.
The banks aren't answering the phones because they're so overwhelmed.
Yeah, we gave back 4 years of gains in 1 month.
Oh,
I know.
So anyways, the satellite imagery over China looks like the factories are starting back up. You heard about that?
We're having a barbecue here. California was just ordered to stay home. There it is. See, we're breaking the news live and interactive. I love it. The power of the people, the community, sharing ideas. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, get ahead of the curve. Understand, everybody was just ordered to stay home. Imagine if you don't have food right now. Now what do you do? Yeah, I would deliver with caution, my friend. Be very careful, man. The postman said marijuana deliveries are up, up, up. Oh, I bet. I think that Bitcoin will do well too. I think Bitcoin's going to do well. It's another place that people can send money. And in a situation like this, when things start getting locked down and people can't leave their homes, Bitcoin is going to become very, very valuable. So I agree, Bitcoin has a lot of value. So major currencies are devaluing now. Did I find out who is the number one supplier in Ontario? Canopy said last earnings they were number 2. It might be Aurora. I think that gold and Bitcoin both have a chance to go up. I think we could see Bitcoin go back up to 13, 14,000. And I think we could see oil go up, and I think we could see Bitcoin go up. I think all three of them have the chance to go up, and we've already seen Bitcoin go up. You like Namaste. I think Namaste right now is going to be very popular with Pineapple Express, Canmart, their partnership with Ignite, Dan Bilzerian's company. Yeah, I mean, the pot stocks had a really nice day today. Cash incentives from the government are to cover digital shares going to cash, in my opinion. How do you, this Dan Bilzerian is holding up right now? I think everybody's just in self-isolation. Everyone's trying to make the most of a bad situation, right? So hopefully we can find a solution to this sooner rather than later, and everybody can go back to normal, because this has really put a big damper on all of our lives. I mean, nobody can work. Nobody can work. Nobody can do anything. Everyone's being told to go home. Kids can't play sports. Kids can't go to school. People can't get degrees. People can't get married. People can't go out and have fun. People can't spend time with their loved ones. People are being told that they have to isolate. And it's a very weird time for our world right now. It's a very weird time. So if you don't take it seriously, you could find yourself in the hospital, and that's really scary. So I would say take it seriously and stay at home. I think that's the safest thing to do. Kiyu Christian Trader, how you doing, brother? Yeah, well, you know what? People should start caring in Switzerland, because Switzerland has a lot of cases too. Have you seen the amount of cases in Switzerland? Switzerland has a lot of cases. It's spreading in Switzerland. It's spreading all over Europe. So people in Switzerland should care, because it's spreading in Switzerland. It's spreading in Germany. It's spreading in Spain. It's spreading in France. It's spreading in Portugal. It's spreading in America. It's spreading in Canada. It's starting to spread in Brazil. It's starting to spread everywhere. I mean, we're talking about 179 countries now. It's mind-boggling. Germans are immune to coronavirus? No, that's not true. There's a lot of Germans that have the coronavirus. So that's not true at all. And they have deaths in Germany too. Burgo King says China has no new cases. Yeah, I mean, do you believe that? I don't know. Maybe it's true. And if it is true, I hope that they share what's working with them, with everybody else. Yeah, I don't think Home Depot will be open for too much longer. I think you're going to see everything is going to shut down, whether we like it or not. I think we're going to see everything is going to shut down. It's the only way we're going to stop the transmission of this virus, is to have everything shut down. And if we don't shut everything down, then it's going to get worse. Canadian Tire's closing. I think you're going to see everything close, guys. Everything's going to close. D. Castle says, too many don't think it's anything serious around me. I think people are starting to realize it's serious when the Prime Minister in Canada, the President in America is telling people to stay home. I think every single politician everywhere in the world is telling everyone to stay home. How could you not think it's serious when you're being told to stay home? I mean, that's as serious as it gets. The only way to stay safe is stay home. That's as serious as it gets. So, yeah, I think it's pretty serious. We're being told to stay home, guys. So, yeah, I mean, it's as bad as it gets. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't smashed the like, please smash the like. Let the video go viral so more people see it on YouTube, and we can have people join us from all over the world, and they can share their self-isolation stories with us. Where are you? Are you isolated? Are you leaving your home? Are you going to the beach? I'm living right now right by the beach. Where I am, I'm right by the beach, and I'm not going to the beach. I did show you guys the beach yesterday. I did show you the beach today, strategically when there was not a lot of people, because I do not want to be around a lot of people. I'm trying to do my social distancing, trying to keep my distance from everybody. And I think that's the safest thing that you can do too to protect yourself and your loved ones. Is keep yourself safe, because we don't know who's carrying this virus. It stays on surfaces. You don't want to be touching nothing. You want to be washing your hands all the time. It's a crazy situation. It's a very crazy situation. So we need to take it seriously. Our lives are on the line. Our health is on the line. Just ask yourself, do you want, in the middle of this hell, to be rushed to the hospital with this right now, of all things? I don't even want to be a part of that. So the only way to avoid that is to stay home. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is telling people to stay home. The Prime Minister is telling people to stay home. The President's telling people to stay home. I'm listening. You know, the President of China was telling people to stay home. We need to listen. We just need to listen, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to listen, because our lives are on the line, our futures are on the line, our children's lives are on the line, and we need to be smart in a bad situation. We need to be really, really smart. We need to be really, really smart in a really bad situation. And if there was ever a time you wanted to be lazy, if there was ever a time you wanted to just stay at home, take a break, unwind, rest, now's the time. The government is essentially saying, stay at home, don't worry about your bills, don't worry about your work, worry about your health. That's what they're saying. Stay home, don't worry about your bills, don't worry about your work, worry about your health. That's sending alarm bells to me that, hey, you know what? This is real. This is serious. Maybe we should listen. Right? And I think if we do that, we give ourselves a chance to beat this. And I hope everybody that's watching beats this, and I hope you guys are going to be okay. I hope your friends and family are going to be okay. I hope we find a cure tomorrow, and I hope this gets better like as soon as humanly possible. I've been reporting on this for 7, almost 8 weeks now, and I knew it was going to get bad. I never thought it would be this bad this quickly. I kind of thought it could be. Man. I thought it could be. You don't stay home, it's going to get worse. But it's getting worse. So that's why it's getting really, really concerning. And I have a over 90-year-old grandfather in Portugal, and I'm scared for him, I'm scared for my parents and my family members that are older, and even for my children and for everyone, everyone's kids and all my friends and all my family. I'm scared for everybody. So I hope everybody stays safe, guys. Wash your hands. We're in a crazy time. Okay, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for joining.
See you in an hour.
This is your boy Rich from RICHTV Live, bringing you the news. Over 10,000 deaths worldwide now of this coronavirus. We were reporting when there was 1 death. There are now 10,000 deaths. Stay safe. Wash your hands. May all that passed away rest in peace. This is now a global problem. It's a global war against a deadly virus that's invisible. So let's take it serious. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but hopefully we can find a way to get past this. And I believe we will. So stay tuned. We'll keep you guys updated on any breaking news as it happens. This is your boy Rich from RICHTV Live, and I'm out. Stay safe, everybody. Peace.